And so I want to try to bring this story that we read about in the Gospels of Yeshua walking on the water to something that's applicable to your life. 7 times in the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and chapter 3, Yeshua said, he that overcomes will inherit these things. He that overcomes will be with me in the paradise of God. So what is it that we have to overcome? We have to overcome, beloved, in the thought realm. And so I want to encourage you to recognize that life's a battle. A lot of God's people are just looking to how they can experience pleasure, and they're trying to avoid the battle. But you can't avoid the battle. You've got to run into the battle. You've got to come to the realization and accept the fact you're in a battle. Satan is constantly bombarding you with lies. And he's constantly trying to appeal to our flesh, to do that which feeds the flesh but makes the spirit and keeps the spirit weak. He's trying to appeal to our selfishness. He's trying to appeal to thinking in a way that is not conformed to the law of the Spirit. So we have to recognize that we're having to choose every day whether we're going to sow to the Spirit or sow to the flesh. Whether we're going to be led by the law of the Spirit, or whether we're going to be led by our own selfishness and our own lust. And if we're willing to accept that battle and fight this fight and realize there's a choice that we're making all day long, every single day, what's going to happen is we're going to realize that we're in a war for the full sanctification of our soul. And in this war, we're going to find ourselves constantly crying out to God for help. And as we're crying out to the Lord for help, we're going to be strengthened by the same power that raised Messiah Yeshua from the dead. His power is going to be perfected in our weakness as we continue to cry out to him from the middle of the war when we're fighting the lust of the eyes, when we're fighting the lust of the flesh, when we're fighting anger, when we're fighting bitterness, when we're fighting frustration, when we're fighting fear, all these things, when we're fighting emptiness, when we're continually asking God, help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Sometimes the strongest prayer that you can pray and the most effective prayer that you can pray is what? Help me, Lord. When the disciples were sinking, what did they say? Save us. Save us. That was the most powerful prayer that they could have prayed. So you just continue to reach out to Hashem, to reach out to God in the Spirit from your heart. Fight the fight of faith. Resist every thought, beloved, that's selfish. Resist every thought that's jealous.